Sidebar. Jesus, Leo.
Who's this diva? Who's this diva? Because I know there's some new ones coming around these parts. This is the first time. This is the first time they're learning about this. Who's this diva? Because the whole crowd's doing it. Oh, because now everyone wants to do it so you can jump on the bandwagon. I know you. I know you, and you're not going to like anything I have to say. And I'm telling you right now, I'm on to you. I say one wrong thing and you're going to drop me like a bad habit. You're going to drop me like a hot fucking potato.
Sidebar. Jesus, Leo. Wally, wow. Oh, my good God. Wow. I've been a lot of places, seen a lot of cases. Oh, hell, I go at my own paces. A trooper, his name was Paul. Yeah.
Let's talk about those formulas. How would you calculate how far a body at rest would travel after being struck by an object in motion? It includes certain principles of physics to calculate that, right?
What do you mean by certain forms of physics?
Physics describes how points and objects, systems of objects, how they move, how the rate they move, and the rate of velocity. What's another word for that?
I mean, it deals with the motion, it deals with forward.
The word you're looking for is acceleration. Correct? What's the difference between constrained and unconstrained motion?
Constrained and unconstrained motion?
That's what I asked.
Constrained motion. I can't recollect at the moment.
Do you actually understand the physics behind the study of kinematics?
Based on the evidence, it appeared to be a sideswipe.
That's your opinion.
You can get a speed, it would just underestimate the speed.
You would have to know what the initial momentum of the object is that's in motion, correct?
Of what object?
The truck.
I would have to know that speed.
Yeah, you'd have to know what the initial momentum is, not speed, momentum. There's a difference. What's the formula for calculating initial momentum?
There's different types of momentum formulas.
Well, there's actually one type of momentum. That is P equals M times V, where P is the momentum. You're solving for that. M is mass. You multiply that by velocity. Is that right? Pretty simple.
You wouldn't use that in a pedestrian collision.
Oh, because the pedestrian's somehow magically out of the realm of physics.
He had a Queen Bev Rules poster on his wall. He asked me to join him at the policeman's ball. And he'd buy me a claw at the waterfall. Your nutty spaghetti, built like a horse, needs to get the last word in, of course. And now, the Hill's representing. When he gets out of line, Mr. Jackson, no commenting. He acts and says, who cares, I'm rich. If I give a little lip, he shouts, pull up, bitch. Bukaki, he's not Pooper Tractor. Big Benny Ben, that's who I'm after. None of them deny that I got the X Factor. It's the Great White Shark Super Attractor.
The Chatham Conservation Commission has declared my indecent crab walks to be a super attractor of great white sharks. However, if you couldn't tell, I do whatever I want. Mojito Day is my day, and I'm gonna celebrate it how I celebrate it.
Do what I want, Mojito Day. Yannetti, Al, laugh, shit, even Miss McKay. Say claw me, babe. How many sips does it take till you get to the very to the How many sips does it take till you get to the You got another thing coming. How many sips does it take till you get to the I gotta do this all on my own, Lord help me. Lord help me. Jim, hand me those papers, please. If you're cruising down the pike, I'll allow it sight. Rally, watch the stop. Really do a sidebar. Cause if you see a blonde crab walking by you, huh? That's Bev the Overrider, dressed in all black with a ciggy in my pack. Lunatics up in here, I call the voir dire. All the court fees you could never afford. Sitting pretty, baby, Madam Court Reporter. 7 a.m. my scone's full of cream. If you don't speak up, I'm turning off the fan. Turn it off. Call up my ex from back in the day. Cause nothing goes better with crab than Old Bay. Straight out of UMass to Norfolk I reign. Days off when I want, this is crab domain. Deliberate again till I let us proceed. And you'll catch me saying,
This is funny, Miss Reed.
All right, this is my friggin' courtroom. I ain't fucking around. You heard me. My courtroom. That's what I thought.
Happy Friday. Ooh, look how weird I look all here by myself. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing? Hello, welcome. Thank you for coming. Buckle up. We got a show. If you didn't catch the disclaimer in the beginning, okay, maybe put the kids to bed because this person that's coming on tonight, I know they're going to bring it out of me. They got that dog in them. I got that dog in me. And based on his last live chats when I had LTL on here, he's coming. He's ready. He's ready. But let's do a few quick housekeeping announcements first. So today is the last day to get the fundraiser. I got Karen Reed's to free shirt, the 360 shirt. There's a QR code in the back for the defense fund. So you're walking around and it says, move, I got Karen Reed's to free. You're busy. Someone's like, hey, it's a conversation starter. Hey, nice shirt. I like that shirt. Where'd you get it? I don't have time to fucking talk. But when I turn around, scan the QR code and donate to your girl. I like it. It's classy. It's minimalistic. It's nice. Okay. That's pinned in the chat. Links in the description. We have the Karen Reed Defense Fund. Okay. Go throw her some bucks. We got Nicky Haircut's popcorn store. Go get some popcorn. What's the matter with you? We have the Glara's YouTube and Twitter account, which, okay, he doesn't always have his Twitter. Elon Musk doesn't always like him to have free speech. So either you catch him or you miss him, but he's saying some crazy shit. The other day, you want to know what he said? Someone tweeted and they go, I don't understand why people watch porn. I wasn't expecting this. It was like 9 a.m. The Glara's response, because it's fun to watch hot people fuck. I almost fell out of my goddamn chair. I was like, this man is out of his fucking mind and I love it. Okay. I love it. We still got the lunch date going on. If you guys want that, $20 per entry. You donate to the defense fund and email me a receipt, or you Venmo and Cash App, $20 one entry. I'll pull the winner when Meredith is on here next week for her birthday stream. Okay, whoever wins, if you're in the New England area, I'll come meet up with you. We'll go out to lunch. You're paying for it. Okay, next, got some upcoming guests. You know, I like doing these interviews. I like sitting down with who I feel are soldiers of the Free Karen Reed movement. And I want to get to know them. I got a couple people lined up. We got Meredith coming on. We got Nicky Haircuts coming on. I'm trying to get Mrs. Nicky Haircuts to come on. Brandy Churchwell, I'm trying to get her to come on. I love a good fucking podcast, okay? Why don't you leave me a comment and let me know, who would you like to see on? Who do you want me to bring on? Just let me know. Not a big deal. Soldiers. Disclaimer. Because I have these guests on and they are spending their time with us, I usually give them 100% of my focus. So before our commercial break, I will look at the chats. And then right before we say goodbye, I will look at the chats. But other than that, I'm talking to this crazy motherfucker. All right. But I still love you guys. Now, this person who's coming on our show tonight, I'm not going to give the usual. What I'm going to give is, I didn't know this until maybe about a month or two ago. The Glare was an Auntie Deb day one fucking supporter. I didn't know what YouTube was. I didn't know who YouTubers were. First time I was ever on a YouTube show was on Mazza Media. That live stream, I went back and I rewatched the chat. Maybe like a month or two ago. Guess who's in there supporting your girl? Glare. Guess who's in there having a good time? Glare. Did I even realize it at the time? No. Guess who's in some of my first ever live streams chatting it up? Glare. Did I know? No. I didn't know what any of this was. I didn't know who anyone. I didn't know anything. Homeboy was there supporting. Can you imagine me looking back at my chat replay and I'm like, oh my God, literally a day one fucking supporter. Not only that, but if you watched the LTL interview I had last week, the Glare was in the chat room laying it the fuck down. Okay, we're talking about Bette Midler. All of a sudden, Glare goes, Bette Midler is a monster cock. Me and BLT are talking about how it's weird people call someone daddy. Glare goes, what? I fucked my father. Glare is in the chat being feral. And that's the kind of energy that I fucking love. Also, if you caught your boy this week on a live stream with some guy named Dolly, listen, people get drunk. People have a couple drinks. They go out there, they drive. They go out there, they do insane shit. What does the Glare want to do? Talk about the trial. That's all he wants to do. He's on YouTube, feeling nice. He's like, these people think she's guilty. Yeah, let me talk to him. That's the kind of person I want to be around, dude. I love that. I love that he did that. I think that is fucking fabulous. I'm like, look at him. He's taken every moment to free his Karen Reed. And he's kind of like me. He's like an adult child. He's light. He's playful. Okay. Not to mention at the fundraiser when I gave my little 5-minute stand up,
Who was the one that made everyone give me a standing ovation? I didn't ask. Homeboy Glare did. Without further ado, let's bring him on. Let me see. Where's he at?
What's up?
You need a proper
Oh,
clap.
wait, I gotta go this way.
Hold on, buckle up. You ready? Okay, here we go.
Right on.
Hello, the Glarer.
How's it going, Auntie Deb?
Oh, dude, it's going good. This has been such a long time coming.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't been here before.
Well, I've never really had people on before. It wasn't until I had Nan on that I was like, you know what? I really like interviewing people and I really like having a conversation with people. And that was such a fun show that I was like, I'm going to do that with everyone that I haven't had the chance to because this trial is going to be over soon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're all busy, dude. We're all doing our own thing.
Yeah. And
Like-
you gotta explore. You gotta explore the space, as the legendary Bruce Dickinson would put it and tell Blue Oyster Cult. Explore the space. You know
Bruce
what I mean? Which is
Bruce had a dick in my son. That's not cool. We got to get him out of here.
You got to explore the space, which is like, you're doing impressions, you're doing wigs, you're doing all kinds of shit, and then you got to jump into the interviewing stuff. I mean, you got to explore the space, bro.
I feel like a kid who like just discovered hobbies and he's like, I want to finger paint and I want to be an astronaut and I want to be a doctor and I want to be a chef. And that's what I felt
Why
like.
not?
Yeah, dude. You've been
Why
doing this
not?
for a while, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think when you see someone like myself, just like starting out, kind of just like throwing whatever at the wall and seeing what sticks? Are you like, do you see like, did you kind of do that in the beginning or like, what was your...
I still do that. I still do that. Yeah. I mean, for me, like, I'm just having fun. Like, the minute that this doesn't become fun anymore, then, I might as well work some shit job that I don't like. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? Like, so why would I make this work? It defeats the entire purpose. You know what I mean? Like, I have too much fun doing this, and I have too much fun with the fact that I can do whatever the fuck I want. So like,
And you do.
right?
No, you do. No one tells you you don't.
Right. So why would I? You know what I mean? Like, if I start thinking about numbers and, oh my god, if I engage at this particular time of the day and I start looking at, and if I promote this many times and I don't do all that. Like, I just don't care. I don't.
Because then
Like,
what happens if you follow
don't
it?
get me wrong. I look at my analytics, but it's more like, oh, cool, that happened. Or, okay, but that's it. It's not, oh my God, what do I need to do? I need to apply this in order to get this and blah, 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 blah. So it's that, as soon as people get sick of me, then, okay, well, then I guess I got to do something else.
You have some crazy fans, though. The people that love you are like ride or die for you.
Yeah, that's really crazy. In a good way. Like crazy in the sense that, like, I'm like, it's kind of hard to, come to terms with. But it's really awesome,
And they
like,
take you, I feel like, at face value. Like, I've watched you before, and sometimes I've been like, oh my God, I can't believe he's talking to that person like that. But that's you, and that's just how you are.
Yeah. I mean, again, why would I not do that? You know what I mean? And people are smarter than you give them credit for. You know what I mean? Like, they know when you're full of shit. They know, they might be nice about it and not call you out on it, but they know when you're full of shit.
Do you feel like it's best to just be genuinely yourself instead of trying to like protect someone's feelings? Or
100%.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, well, either you don't like me for being me, but at least I was me, at least, so like, if you don't, and if you do, well, then that's a fucking massive win. You know, I didn't have to really do anything. I didn't have to like put forth any effort. I didn't have to like put on an act. I didn't have to like, you know, get all my ducks in a row.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like it's something that I don't take for granted at all. Not even for a second.
That's such like a powerful statement. I feel like it's like when you try to produce yourself, or like you can tell when someone's producing themselves for you, right? And you're like, listen, like they're gonna like you. If they like who you're making yourself out to be, that's not even really you.
Right.
So what do you do? And I just feel like people do that all the time, though. I do feel like.
Oh, yeah. It happens more than you realize it. There's people that I see on YouTube, and I'm not talking about people in the community necessarily or anything. I'm just saying like people will go on people will go on YouTube, and then they it's this and this and this and this, and it's and then you talk to them behind the scenes and they're just mean and nasty, and
it's weird. Isn't it weird?
It is. Yeah.
Because
and I'm just I feel bad for them because I'm like, that seems like a lot of work, like how easy it is to like just log off of here and then just be like, oh shit, I got to log on again. Easy. Okay. But I don't have to sit here and be like, oh, okay, let me get,
yeah.
Okay. Let me get my YouTube face on,
Mm-hmm.
like it's,
it's weird when you know someone.
Like, what t-shirt am I going to put on? Okay, I'll rock the Elvis one.
But you always have like amazing
That's what I'll do.
Outfits. Like your outfits are on point.
It's just t-shirts. Like
I know.
I'm just addicted to t-shirts. I have too many t-shirts. Like I have too many, like seriously, like it's a problem. So it's so like yeah, I had to stop ordering t-shirts because I'm running out of like places to store them. Yeah.
Worst problems to have, dude, I feel like.
I agree.
It's funny,
I have had infinitely worse problems.
Same. Dangerous.
That's one of my worst problems right now. It's pretty.
I feel like people you think like on YouTube, right? Like for meeting you, you were different than I thought you would be, but in an amazing way. Because like you can't really read people like on screen. I feel like at the fundraiser when I met like you, Melanie, a bunch of other people. Everything kind of started to make sense. I'm like, oh, this makes sense. This makes sense now. Because I'm not used to like reading people online because this is kind of like new. So I was never sure like what someone's actually going to be like. You were taller, thinner, like leaner than I thought. I thought you would be like a brick. You were like very lean, very like astute and beyond like kind and warm and welcoming.
Thanks.
Hey, that was you. You were doing it.
I mean, well, no, I mean, like the whole thing is just like I think it's fair to say that I was more blown away than any individual person who got to meet me, because I just got to meet so many people that I've seen their handles online and I've seen them as creators and been in their chats, and like meeting you was awesome. Like that was such a pleasant surprise that like that time that we got to go have dinner with Aiden and that was awesome. I did not expect that I was going to sit down and with Auntie Deb and have a meal of food. I did not expect that at all. But I really like little things like that always seem to happen every time I go up there. And it's been like I've been up there 5 times so far. So like each time it's super dope because like I'll get to meet somebody I hadn't met yet and I've been dying to meet. It always works out that way. And each time it's like in its own way, kind of like my first time being there, it's pretty awesome. Like I love going to Boston. I got to the point where I just love it because I wish it was under different circumstances, but I love that something has brought so many people together and that there's a good majority of us that are just grateful that we've all been brought together and that we just enjoy it and put forth that energy that creates towards creating awareness and and being unified in this. It's pretty great. Like I've never been a part of anything that I've never been more proud of anything that I've been a part of.
It's like an unreal feeling.
Right.
I feel like I was giggling because when you were like, "Oh, I've been there 5 times, like I just love it." All I could imagine was at Nurse Kim's event, I look at the door and I see you bust right through. It's like the last person I'd ever like imagine to come through. You come in, you like waltz right up to me, you give me like a big like bear hug. And it's nice. It's nice. And this place loves you. Like, when are you moving here?
Oh man, never. That's it's too blue. It's too blue.
You think?
Like yeah.
Really?
It's way too blue there.
It's
Yeah.
secretly red.
I feel like there's the people there for the most part because they're sick of this shit and they don't like fucking all these ridiculous rules that they have to, but the rules are still there. Like we don't have those things here. You know what I mean? Like here in Tennessee, it's like if there became a mask mandate all of a sudden, we would go, no, we're not doing that. I don't care about a federal mandate. You can't make us. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
Like that literally actually happened at one point where mandate didn't take place, but they were talking about it. And Glenn Jacobs was still is actually the mayor of the town that I lived in. The county that I lived in before. And if you don't know who Glenn Jacobs is, he is Kane from the WWE.
Yes, I'm like, this name sounds familiar.
Yeah, Big Red Machine.
Brother.
Yeah. Well, not really. Turns out
yes, he burned the house down when they were little and killed his parents. And Paul Bearer took Kane. This is real. Wrestling is real.
Okay. But anyway, should have went along with that. But so yeah, like he ends up writing this letter to like Joe Biden, like, you know, respectfully, whatever mandates you try to put, like we're gonna respectfully decline to comply with them. I'm not telling my constituents and my people here that they got to wear masks. It's ridiculous. This whole thing.
That's badass.
It is badass.
You would be from that place,
right? And it was messed up. Like for the first time ever, I got recognized here, and now I'm a little worried. Because like I really like living in a place where nobody knows who I am. I live a very, very, very quiet life, and I don't have that many subscribers. You know what I mean? It's just talking about this case in Boston. You know, you have a lot of people that will, you know, say, "Hey, you're the Glare," because they're following this case. But the first time ever, I was like straight up walking to the gym today, and this dude like hauled ass and like pulled right next to me like really fast. It was actually a little scary. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And a big red pickup truck. And he's like, hey, did you interview Karen Reed the other day? And I was like, listen, man. I was like, thanks for watching and everything. That's awesome. But he's like, I thought I recognized you. And I was like, that's awesome. But please understand, like, I love living here. I've lived here for like 5 years almost. Well, 4 years. And no one knows me here. All I do is I walk to the gym and that's it. That's my existence. I love living in a place where nobody knows who I am, and I like living in a small town because I like to support the local businesses. This is a dream come true for me to live in a town like this, and I really love it. Please keep this to yourself. And he was just like, I got you, man. I got you. You know, and I was like, all right, cool.
You're like, I don't need anyone keeping tabs on me.
It's a small town, and yeah, if this case blows up, you know,
don't you already feel it?
Yeah, I mean, it's
too. I feel it. It's gonna be insanity. I
don't want to move. At
least for now, stay there.
Right, but I mean, it was just one guy, so you know. But it's been all this time and no one's ever recognized me from my YouTube channel until today.
You in a small town?
Kind of freaked me out. Yeah.
All right.
Kind of freaked me out.
It is weird. It is. It's weird. It's weird, and it's kind of like you no longer like have full ownership of yourself anymore, almost.
Well, I mean, I guess that it's neat because Southeast Sally is saying, yeah, that's neat. But I mean, yeah, it's neat. But at the same time, it's not, because
I don't like it.
I've had the luxury of, just, because now, like, it's going to be like, oh, I'm going to buy a fucking energy drink at the store. And then somebody's going to be like, oh, so man, what's happening to her is terrible, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going to go into a conversation and I'm trying to go, you know what I mean? Like
your time.
So, but
Your
that hasn't really happened yet at all. So unless, except for the thing today. And so God willing, I could just, but it's ironic because I am hoping that it picks up enough momentum and everyone's talking about it, because that's the best thing for Karen,
Right. So let's talk about it. You got Karen on. All right, is everyone else jealous? Yeah. Is it the best thing we've ever seen? Yes. Is it fucking awesome? Yes. Do you deserve it? Of course you do. That was awesome.
I mean, it was only because I was doing the 12-hour stream.
Someone don't yourself short. Don't do all that. Don't do all that.
Well, someone contacted me and was like, Karen wants to jump on, someone who had a link, and I was like, okay, oh, cool, awesome. And then, she jumped on and it was really, really nice. And she just was saying thank you. It wasn't an interview. Like the guy called it an interview today, but I don't do interviews. I'm not a journalist.
Let's call it an
interview. You know what I mean?
Say it was an interview.
It was her calling in to say thank you to all the supporters for supporting her. That's it.
First YouTube interview with Lara.
I mean, what? Yeah, I mean, okay. I'm gonna own and enjoy the fact that, dude, because I made sure to like point that out when I had her on. I was like, "You've never been on a YouTube channel before, have you?" So yeah, of course I want to own that, but more than anything, that's all it was. She was just saying thank you to everybody because you met her. She's very grateful for everything that we're all doing, so, and she's just, when she has an opportunity to do so, she'll express that gratitude.
One thing that like stood out to me that like kind of shook me a little bit was how beautiful she was.
Yeah,
she's very beautiful.
Yeah,
none of the pictures do it justice. None of the nothing. It was like, you've seen Dogma?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember at the end when Alanis Morissette meets Jay and Silent Bob? And
yeah, I love that you brought that up. Go ahead and make your point, but because I don't want to cut you off, but
that's what it felt like meeting her. I felt like I was. That's what I feel like. I was Jay, Silent Bob, being like, am I gonna jack off or what? And she was just like, boop, and smiled, and everything was okay.
Was there a better person to play that version of God that Kevin Smith had in mind? Like, there really wasn't. And what's funny is I'm not typically the type of guy that would enjoy Alanis Morissette, but I'm actually a huge Alanis Morissette fan.
It's our second time talking about Alanis.
Dude, like there were
2 years we talked about it.
2 songs that when I'm at the gym, I will listen to a variety of things, but every time I'm at the gym working out, 2 songs I always have to play that are on my playlist, which is
Thank you.
Uninvited, which is on the City of Angels soundtrack
with Michael. No, City of Angels with your guy, John Travolta.
Nick Cage.
Yeah.
So
stupid.
No, man, my metal card is still quite intact, Steve. You need to update yours because Alanis is metal as fuck, whether you like it or not. Too bad. But no, she it's Uninvited, because that song is heavy as fuck when you really think about it. And Thank you. And thank you. Yes. The one you mentioned, that's
Dude,
probably my
Alanis, Jagged Little Pill, like start to finish, is such a journey. Like, it's just such a good album. It defined my childhood, I feel like.
It was the kind of song like Alanis Morissette for me was like when the radio was still a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like when I was sick of all my CDs or whatever, and I wanted to play the radio, but I was sick of the radio, which is why I had so many CDs. And I was like, I can't stand any of this shit that's on the radio. But there's always just the select few things that you tolerate and then grow to like. Alanis Morissette was one of those things where typically the music was something that I would just be like, but then I really started to listen to the lyrics and I could really feel her passion. And like, just my respect for how passionate she was for her craft, it evolved into an appreciation for her craft and an appreciation for her.
And I feel like she kind of originated that sound that Michelle Branch tried to copy, where it was like only I can hide the hunter, and then like Michelle Branch would be like, you know, turn inside out so I can see. Yeah, like they try to like copy it. It's like you can't do. You're not Alanis, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Leave it to our girl.
One. But
she's
and she's not typically like your rock star supermodel look beautiful, but she is beautiful in her own way, you know. And I know, like, and I look at her too, and I think that like dating her would probably be annoying as fuck. Like, she probably eats a lot of fucking kale and, you know. And
she takes care of herself.
She's gonna give me fucking dirty looks if I fucking
so
judgy. Right.
So
you know, that kind of shit.
Nothing will change. You can just feel the judgment.
Right.
But I also feel like Alanis is God, Karen. I just feel like it's in the remake of Dogma, it will be Karen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't look at Karen so much, like in the sense, like, because I noticed that.
You hear that, like, Karen? You went on his show and he doesn't look at you.
No, I'm saying like there's some people who kind of like they treat her like she's a celebrity and it's like,
she's the high priestess to some people.
Let's calm down and
Yes.
remember what she's doing here. She's
right.
fighting for her life because she's being railroaded by an entire local government. This is what the focus is and should be.
Yes.
Not, you know,
people project so much onto her.
Are you gonna get a TV show when this is all over? Blah 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 blah. It's like, calm down and stay.
Here's my son. He's blind. Can you pour water on him and fix him? Like, I feel like they think she like, they put a lot of like attributes onto her that I'm like, guys, she is a human being, which I was expecting. Like, I didn't have expectations because I'm like, she could be horrible. She could like look at me and be like, you made a mockery of my trial, spit in my face and whatever. My day would have kept on going. But like meeting her, I was like, I felt like Jay and Silent Bob. I was like,
yeah, I thought that Karen's parents would hate me, you know, just considering. I mean, I am like,
I hid. You met them?
Oh my God, they're the nicest, most amazing people. Yes, and they like everything that we're all doing. You know what I mean? They love it. You know, like they have both like really made it a point to like to like pull me aside at moments and be like, hey, I just wanted to tell you what you're doing. We think all you guys are doing is so special and so good. Thank you for everything you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm like thinking like, no, you're inspiring me,
right? Like, don't say
me. Yeah. You guys have been fighting for 3 years, you know, and you're not backing down even in the slightest, and you must be exhausted. Like, that's inspiring the rest of us. You know,
the family supporting her was like so unbelievable to see. Like, it was just unfucking believable. The fact that could
Kelly reads in the chat.
Hi, Kel. That could, and Kel too, dude. Kelly, like making sure everything's done. Like, this is buttoned up, crossing the T's, dotting the I's. Like, and this could be the last meal they all have together as a family. You know what I mean? It really could be if you think about it. And we get to be there. And I don't know. It was emotional as shit.
But you know what I get? The vibe I get from them. I'm really glad that you use that observation, like that they're thinking maybe this is the last meal we could eat together as a family. I get the vibe from them that they're just the kind of family that has always eaten meals like that. They're just super grateful for each other. They're just super supportive of each other, just naturally. Like, to them, it's at least the way that they're carrying. Who knows what goes on behind the scenes, but the
They hate
way
each
that
other.
they handle the way that they handle this publicly is so inspiring, because it's like they make it seem effortless, even though
Yes.
common sense dictates that it's not, and it's taking
Yes.
everything they got to fight as hard as they can. But they do it with such focus to where it seems easy,
It's like, what else do we do?
and the fuel, exactly. And that's literally what Nathan told me the first time I was telling him this when I was explaining this observation to him. He was like, that there's nothing else for us to do. We have to fight. There's nothing else for us to do. She's innocent. Period. What do? You fight. That's it. Like, this is something that's the point I'm making, that is the essence. That's the nucleus of what's driving them to do that. Is they're just the kind of family that it's not even a question. It's not even an inner struggle in one of them. It's one of us is in trouble. Let's get to work. Let's make sure that we get them through this. Period.
And you can feel the gratitude too that they have for everyone, and it's almost like you want to tell them, like, no, please, like, don't, like, do not, because like, we're grateful,
right,
that we get to battle with you, and like
100%. I
unreal.
just feel, I feel honored. Like, they're like, so glad you could sit with us. And I'm like,
Yeah, you're like, I got you, bitch. Like,
yeah, like, are you kidding? Like,
I
it's my
I
pleasure.
remember listening to a story one time, and yours was like kind of similar to mine. At like, if I never found my cat at a park one morning 3-4 years ago, I would not be here right now in this movement. And you had a similar experience with a dog, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
No, the timing was very, like,
Synchronous, whatever.
yeah, and it was Christmas time. That was coming up because it was the holidays. It was between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I had just gotten fully into this case. Like, I was all at this point I was invested because Turtle Boy was in jail.
And you
Or
took
he was
over.
he was about to go to jail, but he had been charged. But I don't think he had gone to jail yet when I found. No, he hadn't gone to jail yet when I found Clover. But and the Clover thing was just building up. Like, he was, and the ironic part was the guy who pulled up at the house. Like, I was passing the house where I rescued Clover from, which is really funny. But that guy had pulled up today. But what happened was it was on my way to the gym every day, and Clever was just out there, from like a puppy, and they had him in like a fucking kennel outside, and it was hot. And I wanted to like take him then, but my living situation was kind of wonky, and I was like, I don't know if I can, and like, I wanted to make sure I could provide him with a good home. And then all of that passed, and I hadn't seen him in a while. And then I started to pass him. He started to be outside again, and he would be no collar, no leash. The road that this house is on is a really busy road. Actually, for a small town, it's a very busy road. And it just drove me crazy to see him like that. And every time he would run up to me and just like, jump up on me and have me pet him and everything. And then finally I had talked to the owner of the house, and his owner at the time, and she was and I don't want to throw judgment on them or whatever, but
No.
There were indications that there might be some drug use, but I don't want to
Been
throw that
there.
accusation. You know what I mean? Right. And I've been there too. And there was, small kids, and she's like, I'm walking by, he runs up to me, she happens to be outside putting stuff in her van, and I'm petting him, and I'm like, man, I wish I could take him home, and then she's like, well, my husband's gonna take him to the pound tomorrow. He can't do it anymore. We're
Tomorrow?
done. Yeah, the next day is what she said. She said tomorrow, first thing, he's taking him to the pound. And I was like, oh man, don't tell me that,
That's
She's like, yeah, no. And then she tells me he destroyed all the kids' Christmas presents because, and get this, because they were in UPS boxes left on the front porch. And had they not left him out there without a leash or right, what do you think he's gonna do? He's a puppy. So
why did the chimpanzee rip my face off? Because it's a fucking chimpanzee and you went in his cage. Like,
right. At that point, I just made the decision. I was just like, whatever the issues are, I'll work around it. Worst case scenario, I'll take him to the pound myself if I have to.
right.
But I've got to figure out. But if I got a chance to get him out of this situation, I am like this. Fuck that. And it felt right. Like every time I walk by him, I just petting him and him petting me or licking me, and just and then I'm always looking back at him as I have to keep walking, and he gets to that boundary that he knows he can't cross, and he just watches me walk away. And this happened every day for months. And then and then she was like, yeah, we're gonna take him to the pound tomorrow where we can't do it anymore, blah blah blah. And the interesting thing about that is like, okay, so I mean, once I did that, I was like, all right, fine. There was a dollar store right there, and I was like, I went over there, I bought a leash, I bought a collar, everything. I was like,
Easy.
I'm taking him. That's it. But the ironic thing about that, and the interesting thing about that is like, she acted like he was such a handful, even though he just stayed outside the whole time. But here, I mean, I brought him home. Within 2 days, he was potty trained. Within like 2 days, he goes outside. Yeah.
And again, they have kids to raise. They got drugs to smoke. You know what I mean? They're busy. Maybe they thought the dog was with the family. You know what I mean?
Taught him how to sit in 2 days. Like, he is the most loyal. He listens. I never get mad at this dog.
That's your boy.
Yeah,
your boy.
He is just like perfect. Like, he is so well behaved. He listens, like it's a question of, are we going outside or are we going upstairs? And then when he's running in front of me, I go, Clubber, upstairs. And he cuts a turn, runs up the stairs.
It's like, what are we doing? Like, you're my best friend.
Totally.
Jesus, that is so fucking sad.
Sleeps next to me every night. Ever since I brought Drago home, they cuddle next to each other. And it's, like, he is the easiest dog to take care of, on top of being the coolest fucking dog ever,
And your cat's like, adorable too. Your cat is so adorable.
He is. He's so
adorable.
He's a lot, man. But
14 minutes.
I can't get mad at him either.
Dude, 14 minutes over. Usually we break it 30, 44 minutes. I thought we were going to talk about dirty stuff, Bette Midler's dick. No, look at us talking about puppies and being saps.
Dude, I'm perfectly okay with it.
All right, so let's say hi to some people, and then we're going to take a short, 6-minute break, come back, and then we will do a fun interview with you. All right, okay. Charlie sends $4.99 and says, Glara, Plevin's blue-eyed boinkers are watching. One blue this way, one blue that way.
That's awesome.
Can you explain that?
Jen Altman made a comment a long time ago. I mean, it's been well over a year since she said something about she said something about Plevin on Twitter, and she was like, you're boinking nipples or something like that because of a shirt that he wore.
Dude, how ridiculous is she on Twitter?
And just the word boinking nipples, like, because I'm a fucking child, I laughed like a maniac, and then I just kept on with it. Like, I just wouldn't let it die. And I
He
just
does
kept
have
on
some
going
hot
with it.
nips, dude. But you know what? Yours broke the internet. His didn't. Carl Johnson says, "Hi, Auntie. Hi, Will. Love you. Love both of y'all. Blabbing to come to Boston in May. Hoping to get to meet you both." Carl. No, I'm sorry. That's Carrie. Carrie, my bad. Yeah, I live here. We're trying to get Will to move here. Maybe he'll bring Clubber next time. Thank you for the 5. Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna take a short 6-minute break. We'll come back and we'll shoot the shit with Will the Glera. And just as a reminder, guys, okay?
Four decades of rockin' hits.
Don't let them speak their mind. Never. But don't you know, Bob? Oh, you'll need new selectmen soon. Get on it, freak. Soon. Real soon.
Your favorite jams from your favorite judge.
Did that thing just talk? I heard it talk. The evidence, it's alive. I just heard it say hi. What happened here? Speak to me. It's a talking crime scene.
Relive the best hits over and over.
81, good year. Loved it. Rager in the park.
Oh, a lot of things happen in that friggin' park.
And I've been holding in all my pee.
I gotta piss. So bad.
No, I won't.
No, not me.
Take second place.
Hell no.
No, I won't.
Bow down, bitch.
Take second place.
I'm the friggin' queen.
I'm the keg. Keg stand.
You know it.
Keg stand queen.
Can you hold my feet?
UMass keg stand champ
3 years in a row.
is me. Keg stand champ
Respect
is me.
Pick up the phone and order. There's no recuse.
Respect.
Losers bow down to Judge Cannone.
You're all losers.
Gavel pound heard around Judge Cannone.
Oh, excuse me, where's your friggin' gavel?
High up above in my shift wheels right now.
You come in here dressed like that, I'll kick your ass.
No talking how to turn, you won't win the fight. You'll
Crack a
win
claw
the
and
fight.
enjoy these hits.
Oh, I'm tired.
No court today. Thank God. Can't we just go to the Cape Cod Mall?
They got good scones.
Or drive to Barnstable and do an all-night bar crawl.
Alright, but I'm not driving.
And I'll take home some Joe Schmo, 'cause there's no court today.
Go ahead, pick up the phone.
Oh yes, raise your voice or else I'll cut the fan.
It's going off.
Raise your voice or there's no fan.
Like I care.
You better speak up or get ready to sweat your tits off.
I don't care. I don't friggin' care. Double for you, Larry.
4 decades, 1 collection.
She told them you protect no one around here.
No
The town is upside down 'cause you sit in that chair. With power in her voice, Zoom meetings to stay clear. It's Rita. Yes, Rita.
That's one bad bitch. I'm not going anywhere.
All the hits in one place. Call today. Presenting Auntie Bev's Hip Hop Collection.
Jubei Kwame, Hillside, CF's or Waterfall. Slamming back my claws at the places I run to.
When's last call?
You know that I'm gonna stay forever and not tip out
15% is
bars this side of Mass.
Where's my cab? I'll take a claw.
All the hits from Auntie Bev on one CD.
You loser! Hey, losers.
Is that the record's on your phone?
Yeah, it is, 'cause
Now
you're an
there's some
idiot.
things that whistle blow.
You wanna fuck this whole thing up?
You can't avoid parole, just go with the flow. Hey, losers.
I'll do it again.
I got a way to rig this trial.
I'll say.
Blame it all on the old butt dial.
What can they say?
You call them with your ass and you don't need to serve time, 'cause there is no crime.
They won't find nothing. Nothing. I gotta clean this whole thing
All
up.
the jams you remember.
I'm going to slap lally. Bring your ass right across the
Crab walk
face.
to Cape Coast, mean queen of the east. Third place unfair, so I prepare.
Third.
Chatham conservation, stay pressed. I'm the best. Rule crab fest with the best. Court recess for the rest.
Get over here, Lally. I'm gonna smack you silly. These motherfuckers don't got shit on me, bitch.
All this attitude on
Listen,
one
just take my
CD.
advice,
Follow
okay?
me.
Follow my lead.
Now I know you lost your gun. Use the mailbox alibi.
Works every time.
It's real fun to drink and drive.
Yeah, it is.
So you don't end up shit canned for being a shitty guy. It's not wrong if you can't remember.
No
I
idea.
said you can't remember. Said you can't remember.
Don't recall.
Just tell the jury that you can't remember.
What happened? I can't tell you. I don't know.
With all the hits you can remember.
Still messing with me. The BEV.
Oh! Oh! You know who you're fucking with.
Yeah, you do.
It's still BEV.
Still reppin'.
And MCR, Madam
Motherfucker.
Reppin' Norfolk.
You think we
Still
care?
doing that shit, huh, Madam Court?
Oh, it's
What?
okay.
Damn right. That's what I thought, bitch.
My corporal.
Auntie Bev.
And we are back. Welcome back.
Hey,
Hey,
sorry, I was.
you do what you gotta do, dude.
No. Yeah, that's my bad. Dude, that was hilarious. I was dying. The Cape Cod Mall was my favorite. That was my
Carole
favorite
King.
of all the tracks. Yeah, that was my favorite of all the tracks.
Yeah, dude, that was a good one. I remember when she came out with that, dude. That one hit. Remember Rita? We were all in the club doing blow. It was the 80s. You know what I mean? That was a great one. Like, then she went through her hip hop stage. She's a very versatile artist. You know what I mean?
100%.
All right. You ready for the interview?
I'm ready for the interview.
Okay. In the style of Beyonce My Name, a Tyra Banks Beyonce interview where Beyonce was so embarrassed that she no longer gave interviews. This is like 20 years ago. So let's do it to Will the Glarer. Still the Glarer. Do you meditate?
Not as much as I should, and I'm not as nearly as disciplined in it as I would like to be. And all I really have to do is put more time into it.
Honest answer. Thrill the Glarer. Do you like horror movies?
I like classic horror movies where the nostalgia of remembering being scared by them when I was a kid makes them enjoyable now, but typically, and I still keep giving them a chance, but typically horror movies nowadays don't do anything for me because I don't get scared by them. They're painfully predictable and the stories are weak, the acting sucks, and I can't get into it. Now, unless they're like really, really like low budget, cheesy, and they put a lot of thought into the special effects, that like with the makeup effects, like really pay homage to like the classics. If those kind of independent horror movies happen, I'll get into them. But
Thanksgiving was great with the killer turkey. Teeth was great with the girl with teeth in her vagina. But there was one that came out a couple years ago, Barbarian, that I thought was so good. I don't know if it was like Detroit, pretty good. So check it out if you see it. Phil the Glarer, Dr. Phil or Phil Collins?
Phil Collins.
I knew you'd say that. Any particular song?
Yeah. Any particular song? Easy Lover.
Shrill the Glarer. Do you believe in the screaming Irish banshee?
Do I believe that she exists? Yes, she has taken the form of several women that I have dated. Yes. Yes. Same woman. Just
she's a shapeshifter.
Right. Different name, different body, different. Yeah. Same.
You've been dating the same person this whole time. They've just been taking different form.
Same.
I fucking love that. Swill.
That's why immediately when Turtle Boy got charged, I was like, and I started listening to the recording. I was like, oh, I know her. No, I never met her in my life, but I was like, I know her. Yeah,
Yes.
Turtle Boy did not do this shit. I know exactly who that fucking bitch is.
You're like, oh my god, I dated her.
Yeah,
She did the same thing to me.
At least 3 different times in 3 different forms. Yes.
Yes. I think a lot of people felt that too with the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial too. Like people related to like dating a fucking complete psycho like Amber Heard. All right. Swill the Glarer. Have you ever taken a bar mat shot?
No.
Do you know what it is?
I had to think about it. I had to use my common sense. But yes. Yes, I know exactly what it is. No,
Yeah.
no, I've
Yeah, no,
never
me
been
neither.
that desperate for alcohol. No.
I feel like you might. I would have like I feel like maybe in like his younger days he probably would have done this.
Like if somebody would have dared me, I'm not going to deny that I probably would have done it. But the opportunity never presented itself, and I have since grown out of the person that may have done it on a dare. Now there's no chance of that ever happening.
All right. Well, the next time you're wreaking havoc in the town of Canton, I'm coming up to meet you and I'm daring you to do a fucking bar mat shot. All right.
But I just said, do you not listen?
What'd you say?
Said that I've grown past the person that would have done that on a dare. It's too late.
I'll try to bring him back.
Yes, it's not happening.
You might. I don't know. You might surprise yourself.
No.
Grill the Glarer. Do you have a George Foreman grill?
No. But I have owned, yeah. Not all they're cracked up to be. Always very disappointed with the flavor and how they come out, and
the fat drips right off.
Yeah, nah.
You knock out the fat.
I don't know. It tastes like what I imagine prison food would taste like.
Yeah, it kind of does take like the taste out of everything. Quill the Glarer. Do you have good penmanship?
No.
Yeah,
I do not.
Really? Like chicken scratch?
It's like if a chicken struggled with anxiety the way that I do, yeah, I have terrible penmanship. It's really funny. Like it wasn't until I went up to Boston that people asked for autographs, right? I'm sure that happened to you too. And I was like, I didn't know I still don't know what to do. Like,
really?
No, I don't know how to sign my name.
You sign it the Glare or you sign it Will?
I was fucking with different. I didn't know what to do. I was like, Glarer. Do I want to give my regular fucking signature of my name? What I do on, applications? Like, what do I do here? I didn't know what to do.
That's kind of a cool name though. Because like Will, you can do loopy, and then 2 L's are fun, and then a G is fun too. So I would sign it like this.
It should be Glarer, right? But I didn't know what to do. So like
almost like Disney.
People got like these weird, scratchy shits that don't make any sense. No, yeah.
That Will, it looks Disney. It looks like Walt Disney wrote it.
Yeah.
You could have fun with it. Fuck around with it.
I'm just gonna come up with a scribble that's not legible, and that's it. That's what
I also feel like you could write like fuck off and people would like love it.
Maybe. Yeah.
They would. Coming from you, they would love it. Kill the Glarer. Do you prefer to be hot or cold?
Cold.
Me too. I fucking hate being hot.
I like the feeling of being cold and then wrapping myself in blankets. That's a nice feeling.
And Clubber with Clubber.
And Clubber, like cuddling up right there too. Yeah.
That sounds nice. Krill the Glarer. What do you think about whales? How'd they get so big?
They take a lot of space, but then again, they don't because the ocean is very spacious.
Mm-hmm.
So I say leave them alone.
Leave them alone, right? Do you think they're magical?
Let them do their thing. Do I think they're magical? Maybe. I love that they talk to each other and stuff. Yeah, and I love that they have sexual gratification, but it's kind of messed up. Well, it's not whales that do, it's dolphins. Dolphins will rape you, by the way, so be very careful.
But is it rape if you're around a dolphin? If you're around dolphins, you're asking for it.
Are you though?
Yes, you have no business being around dolphins past 10 p.m. unless you want to get.
Depends on the bathing suit you're wearing, or if you're even wearing one.
I was gonna say something really fucked up. I'm not going to. But yeah, whales are cool. They have that echolocation. They can see things from far. Like, you know what I mean? They're pretty cool.
Yeah, and they
Will
and I like their sound. I like the ooh.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
nice.
beautiful.
Very nice. Yes,
It's beautiful.
I would
Will
imagine hearing that out in the middle of the ocean where there's no other sound. You know,
and you could actually hear it too, because
Right.
underwater sound travels very differently, but you can
That would be
hear
very-
their song, the whale songs.
It's so the thought of that is so peaceful. I'm gonna fall asleep right now.
People they play that. There's a YouTube channel where it's whale songs, and it's like
Yeah.
6 hours or something.
So peaceful, so nice.
Will the sharer. If you have a friend coming over to play a video game, are you giving them first player because they're the guest, or are you taking first player because it's your house?
The only reason that anybody would be coming over to my house to play a video game is so that I can lure them to do things with me sexually.
Prior
Because I
to
don't really play video games, even though I do have a PlayStation, but it would pretty much serve the purpose of, yeah, sure.
all right,
You
so someone's coming over to fuck.
Would you
giving
like a drink? Whoa, and I would just Cosby the fuck out of them.
Oh, that and floating in the top of the drink? No. That's supposed to be there. Just mix it in. Yeah. Like, make sure you get it. Yeah, Plevin gave me those, dude. No big deal. So would you give the person the first player controller, or would you take the first player?
I'd let
Listen,
them take the
you'd let-
first player.
Oh, you want to seem like the nice guy.
Right. Well,
Like,
because
oh my god, he's so sweet.
I can't play the video game and smell them, you know, at the same time. You know what I mean? So while they're playing the video game, I could smell them.
I don't
know what I
doubt
mean?
any of this either. Like, I don't
know what I
doubt
mean?
it. That's the thing. I don't think you're lying, which makes it even better. Will the wearer.
Okay.
How often do you shop at Hot Topic?
Oh, I haven't shopped at Hot Topic in forever, but I might as well because like the shirts I buy are usually like I buy from like independent like t-shirt people that have fucking accounts or that have their sites on Instagram or whatever, and then I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm like, oh, okay, that's a cool design, you know, like so I try to support those people that are selling t-shirts out of their garage and shit.
Do
But
you have a shirt that you've been looking for?
no, I've got every single shirt that I've ever like imagined that I wanted to have. Yeah.
I just picture you at Hot Topic, like especially when at the fundraiser when you had the blazer on and then the shirt underneath. I'm like, that's very like manager at Hot Topic going to a business meeting. He doesn't want to like dress up. He still wants to be like a bad boy. And I also feel like you like Hot Topic type of girls.
No.
No? Like nose ring, tattoos.
I mean, I used to, but no, that those kind of women come with arguments. I don't do arguments anymore. Like it's a non-negotiable.
Okay, he's looking for a peaceful bitch.
I'm very happy being single, but there can be no even a hint of there being arguments, especially over arbitrary things that there shouldn't be an argument about. That's like my biggest thing. If I even smell the possibility of that coming, I'm out.
Don't you think they want arguments too? It's like they want arguments.
Yeah, I can't handle that.
It's like, unless you're helping me be a better person and we're like lifting each other up, if you're in any kind of way bringing me down, like you don't have time for it, dude.
Right.
We're trying to free Karen Reed, like we're busy.
If you're a miserable fuck, work that out. But I am not someone who wants to take that on.
And people think you're gonna fix them. People think you can fix them.
I work too hard on not being a miserable fuck myself.
Right.
And
Same.
if you can't make that effort on your own of your own shit while I'm making the effort on my shit, go fuck yourself. I can't do it. Like
you got to be clubber in female form for the glare.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty
Will the Impaler. Do you like medieval torture devices?
I go to a support group for that. Currently, I've come to terms that I'm always going to like them, but collecting them, applying them, sleeping with them, that all it's on the back burner.
I fucking love them. I love them.
Right.
3-pronged mace, swords, any kind of like weird kind of thing. I'm into it. Will the rarer. How do you get your steak cooked?
And you could find DNA on them now and everything. It's just a lot.
Messy.
How do I like my steak cooked? Medium rare, but charred on the outside. Red on the inside, charred on the outside.
Medium rare. And charred on the outside. There's a term for that.
Pittsburgh.
Thank you. I'm like, butterfly? That's not it. Pittsburgh. Perfect. Will the bearer. Would you say you're more of a bear or a twink?
I don't even know what either one of those are.
Okay, so in the gay community, bears are large, burly men that take on more of a father figure. And they're just bigger in stature. Twinks are tiny little gay sluts.
Which one would I be if I were gay?
On the inside.
Oh man. I don't know. I guess it just depends. Like, if you fucked me real good, like, I mean, in theory, then I could see being, the twink being brought out. Like, you've got to, like, really hammer nails, you know what I mean? To get the twink out in me. But other than that, I'm probably more of a bear, I would say, yeah.
From your lips to God's ears, okay? Shout it from the rooftops. That was a perfect answer. Okay, Will the hairer. Do you shave your chest?
No. I don't grow enough hair on my chest to shave it.
Okay. Will the swearer. Top 3 underrated swears.
Underrated? I think they're all pretty well
rated.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna go with cunt, motherfucker, and cocksucker.
Depends if you're a twink or a bear, but yeah, that's fine. I like it. Yeah, I like it. I'm into it. Will 2 more. Will the pairer. You like pears?
Sure.
Some people don't like them. They think they're too gritty.
They're delicious.
They are fucking delicious. They are. Anjou or Bach, I think, are the 2 like main ones. I like the brown one that can be a little soft. Last one. Will the bearer. BARE. New Year's Eve 2024, you broke the Defense Fund page. Is this a proud moment or an ashamed moment?
Well, it's definitely not an ashamed moment.
Good.
But it's a proud moment as far as like being part of the like whenever there's a fundraiser or something, like, yeah, I'm grateful that it happened on my channel, but it's still a feeling of community. You know what I mean? Like, so it's more of just being proud of such an amazing community who came together and raised that much money. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that's what I'm proud of. Like anybody can just fucking host the shit and do it. Like, yeah.
Any old twink bear off the street can come in here and do this fucking shit.
Anybody can do it. Sure.
I mean, I thought it was just like so cool. I thought your New Year's Eve stream was so cool, so fun. I had such a blast. You had a blast.
Too.
Everyone had a blast. Like,
and it was the most disorganized shit, but it worked out that way. Like, dude, like, I didn't think that I would end up having a panel where it's like me, Esty, Karen, Mark Betterow, Mazza, like that was not planned. It was just like, if it happens, cool. Right. Something like that happens, cool. But all I did was just send out a shit ton of links and be like, hey, if you can make it, it would be great. And then it just kind of just naturally went its own way, and it was fun. It was super fun. Like, I look forward to doing it again.
Well, I say keep it up. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. That was the end of the interview. You completed it, A+. This has been a blast. It flew by the way, and it was way more tame than I thought it was going to be. Also, I do want to say thank you, because when I said in the beginning about being an OG supporter, I did not realize that until like a couple like months ago, maybe like 2 months ago. I was like, oh my God, Will the Glare was in there. And that was just very, very cool. So thank you.
No, thank you for having me, man. This was fun. We got to do this again.
Of course, dude. Of course. I'm trying to interview like as many people as I can for an hour conversation just to like get to know the warriors because like there's a lot of us and a lot of us are busy and I want to know these people. I want to at least like have I can give people an hour conversation, shoot the shit.
Yeah, and I gotta give a shout out real quick to Justice Serve TV. Like they're kind of new on the block, but they've got great chops and they're really focused a lot on the supporters. They're really shining a really positive light, taking time, like talking to Dina and talking to Scott McGinnis, and it's really awesome that they're doing that. So like I really want their channel to grow, like because they're really well organized too, you know.
Justice Serve TV, SERVE.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
we're gonna look them up. I'm gonna pop their link in the description so you guys can check those out too. Thank you for the recommendation. I haven't heard of them before, so I'm gonna give them a look.
Yeah, they're great.
All right, thank you so much. Continue to do your thing. Continue to free your Karen Reeds. You're clearly killing it, everyone. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Today is the last day for the T-shirt fundraiser. It's pinned in the chat. Get yourself a freaking T-shirt. Okay, because
Get
that's
yourself a T-shirt.
Get yourself a fucking T-shirt. Okay, all right, peeps.
And-
all right, what I want to see you guys out on.
I'm going live after this. Just so everybody-
guys, head over to the Glares channel. If you don't know where it is, just look at the title of the live stream. Boom, click on it. But I'm sure you all know the Glare. You know
new Betero letter has dropped, and I have
a
not
new
read it
Retro.
yet. New Betero letter. So that's
Are you
what I'm
reading it
going over
on live? I also
Yeah.
like that you do call-ins, dude. I'm way too afraid to like consistently do call-ins, but I love that you do those.
Oh yeah, I
You're
love
good.
doing the call-ins. I haven't done them I haven't done one in a minute, but I might do one tonight. I don't know. There's a lot to go over. I still haven't talked about the motion to intercept the Yannetti and Karen's conversations. What the fuck is Brennan
Dude,
talking?
I saw someone on Twitter that was like, they want her kindergarten report card. I'm like, they want her permanent record.
It's so insane. What's
Right.
happening? It's so insane.
They're just grasping at straws.
Right. I mean, he's been doing that, but it's now
Yes.
it's just like how
He's gonna do
far
anything. He's shitty.
Right.
You might
How
end up on the
far is
witness
he
list.
willing to go now? It's like the question
Very
is like
far.
now what is this guy willing to do at this point? Like it's crazy.
If he can get up there with a straight face and say, well, I can have people say that this was a perfectly done investigation and applause with a straight face.
Like
Just
I'm not
capable.
gonna be surprised if like pictures turn up of Lally going through her garbage. You know what I mean? Like just insane depths that
You
these
think La?
people will go. Unreal.
I don't think La's going through the garbage.
No. Well, if somebody is, it's him. Brennan's not going to do it. He's going to make his cuck do it.
Well, he has. I heard he has a little sweet little thing he brings into trial with him. And I heard that everyone in the courthouse is saying that he's been plowing her out. So, and I heard that he's kind of rude to her. So maybe he'll make her do it. He's like, go dig in the garbage, don't shower, and come over immediately after.
Dude, Aiden's so funny. I was streaming not the last hearing, but the one before that. I was streaming it, and Aiden's inside the courtroom and sitting in the press part, and like he comments in my chat, says Brennan is even nerdier and gayer in person.
He is such a troll, dude. It's so funny. His reactions yesterday or 2 days, whatever the last hearing was, were so good.
Such clown. Like, I don't understand because I've never been more serious about a situation in my entire life. I've never been more passionate and serious about a situation my entire life. Yet it brings out the biggest, most immature clown in me that I guess it's maybe if I had to rationalize why, and I'm thinking out loud because it's so fucking insane. So it's just my natural reaction to just be like blah 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 blah, you know, and like,
I would say it's like church giggles, or it's like
otherwise it would drive me crazy. Yeah, otherwise it would make me insane. You know?
Yeah, I can't like it's in a very serious, very sad situation. I will be my reactions will be very inappropriate at times because that's how I have to deal with it, type of thing. All right. Well, Will, thank you so much. Everyone head over to Will's channel and go say hello to him, hang out with him. We got $10. Oh, thank you so much from Bev's Platform, Witchy Shoes. Love your content, Auntie. Thank you so much. We appreciate that here. We appreciate that. You keep the
Make
lights
sure
on.
to
All
hit
right.
the like, people.
Yo, hit that like.
Yeah,
hit that like. What does that do?
You gotta hit the like.
I never say that, or I never like anything. What does liking it do?
That's it helps the algorithm, whatever the fuck that means.
Algorithm.
It helps push it out. Like it'll show, like it'll increase the chances, as I understand it, of it showing up on people's feeds as they're scrolling through YouTube and go, oh look, okay, and then click on it. That's really all it does.
All right. Well, you know what?
As I understand it.
Maybe we don't want everyone here. You know, maybe this isn't for everyone. Hit the like, don't hit the like. It's up to you guys. I don't really care. It's up to you.
I honestly just say that shit because I feel like I'm supposed to. You know,
I'll say it. I never
like,
say it. I'm like, you do whatever you want.
It's
I'm not
really
telling you
funny.
what to
I've
do.
never really given a shit. It's
Yeah, you can come here and hang if you want. If you don't, that's totally cool too, dude.
Right.
Like, all right, guys, go check out Will, and thank you for hanging out. And God bless everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you later.